wish you were near. I'll keep you right here beside me. I need to know I'm not alone. Now take it home as the night begins to fade away to yesterday. I wanna stay in this moment here. I need to know which way to go. Now take me home as the night begins to fade away to yesterday. I wanna stay in this moment here with you. In this moment here with you. In this moment here with you.
Denim jeans, broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. Yeah.
I see your face. I feel your heart beating here in this place. Pain has no meaning. I need to know I'm not alone. Now take it home as the night begins to fade away to yesterday. I wanna stay in this moment here with you. I know in this life we take what we're given, and the sun may still rise, but your light is missing. I need to know I'm not alone. Now take it home as the night begins to fade away to yesterday. I wanna stay
broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. Yeah.
Stay. I wanna stay.
like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Meet under the street like at the so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Meet under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport for rounds 9 and 10 of the Pro GT3 Championship. Hope you're in good spirits this evening. My name's Kelly Davis. I will be your host, your commentator, your guide, your shining light in the dark through this night of racing here at Dubai Autodrome. And first things first, on my own this evening, Smithy not with me tonight. Smithy is away in his caravan in I don't know where he's gone, Skegness or Bognor Regis or somewhere like that, something like that. But he's not here for this evening, so it's me on my lonesome. So please do help me out tonight. Let's see you in the chat. Let's hear all about what you got to say tonight, and help me out, keep me company as we go through this night at Dubai. So first things first,
welcome back.
By the power and the magic of Simplay Motorsport, let's have a look at the track guide.
Good evening, ladies
with Daniel
and gentlemen.
Davis coming up on your screen
Welcome
right about
back
now.
for another track guide. We're here for round 5 of the championship here at Dubai Autodrome, a track that is 5.3 kilometers long with an elevation change of 20 meters high. It was opened in 2004 and an FIA grade 1. Let's take a lap with the Simplay core around this fantastic circuit as we head now towards turn 1. As it comes towards the braking boards, it just brakes at the 100-meter board and turns in at the 50. Downhill elevation change. As the car comes down, the rear becomes light and very difficult to change down gear. Some cars will struggle under braking. Also, race starts here is very key and very important. You've got a very long run down to turn 1. Whoever gets the best start is going to have a good opportunity to try and send it down into turn 1. Very wide circuit as well, so there's many opportunities to send it down into turn 1, but obviously many opportunities as well in turn 2 and 3 where cars have gone slightly wide through the first part of the track. But also turn 1 is a great opportunity later on in the race to kind of go for a dive bomb attempt. As you can see, the Simplay Acura down the inside of the BMW and gets the job done, making sure it has the advantage. As we go now into turn 4 and 5, this is where your tyres are going to start hitting. This then goes into 6 and 7 and 8. This whole section is going to kill the left-hand side tyres, and it's all about who can look after those tyres. Obviously, with the temperatures here and being in the Middle East in Dubai, you're looking at probably the hard tyres, and they're going to be struggling for temperature. As you can see here, there's a lot of stress and pressure going towards the left-hand side of the car, and those tyres are going to be working very, very hard. As it then comes into a tight right-hander, you've done all that slowing down, braking in the corner as well. It's very tricky to get right. As you then come into a slight banked left-hander, and this left-hander as well is another opportunity to try and catch people out, sling it down the inside, and try and get the moves done. As you can see here, there is opportunities down towards that right-hander as well. As you see there, the Simplay Acura just getting down the inside of the Mercedes and gets the run. But as you can see here, cars are running wide, the door opens up, and bang, in goes the Acura. But you can risk, as you see there, the rear just goes light, and it could risk the tyres getting burnt out. As you come down the long back straight, you then come into a very good other braking zone into the hairpin of turn 10, and then into turn 11 as well, famously where Unorthodox and Big Boy Brazier came together and allowing Andy to go and take the race win. Like I said, the hairpin, another great opportunity to make an overtake. As you can see here, the Simplay Acura getting a great run down the back straight in the slipstream of the Ginetta, and then sends it down the inside, doing a Sutty send it as he goes into turn 10 and gets a great run through there to then open up turn 11. Once you've done turn 11, you then head up to turn 12. Another hairpin, but you want to take a late apex on this one and avoiding the inside curb. These curbs here, especially the inside curbs, the apex curbs, are very high and very unstable, so just be a bit cautious of those curves as he then swings himself into turn 13. Another overtaking opportunity. If you've struggled to stay ahead in the hairpin, you can then get the position back at the next hairpin and try and get a great run as you then come into the final tricky section of turn 14, 15 and 16. You see here the Simplay Acura running a little bit wide, trying to get the good run and try and open up the next right-hander of turn 15, open up the track as best as possible to then give yourself a good opportunity to go into turn 16. Another overtaking opportunity as well. There's many overtaking opportunities here, but it's very tricky to get them down. As you see here, the Acura down the inside of the BMW. Then into the final corner as well, and again, one more overtaking opportunity just here as well. So there's many places here for opportunities in the race. And as you see, like I said, the BMW here struggling on exit gives our Acura a great advantage going through the final sector. And as you can see, he gets the good run. He looks down the inside of the final corner, and up down the inside goes the Simplay Acura. Great move done under braking and gets ahead of that BMW. The other important thing to look at as well is the pit entry. As you can see here, there is the pit entry to the right hand side. You come in and the braking markers is just those orange cones there, and make sure you get your pit limiter on at that point. One thing you've got to remember though at this circuit is obviously, like I said, the pit entry is on the right hand side of the circuit. You do not want to end up like Unorthodox and Big Boy Brazier, which was all Unorthodox's fault, is try and come from the outside into the pits. As you can see here, the Acura struggling to get into the pits, the Mercedes in the way. This will not be allowed in the race. You can see here, there's nowhere. You have to wait another lap. So if you want to try and go for the pits, you're going to have to wait till later on because it can cause incidences for sure. And finally, the pit exit line. Once you've managed to do your pit stop and you come towards the end, is the green code. You can release the pit limiter button and off you go into turn 1, making sure you're staying within the right hand side within that white line. The stewards will penalise you if you go across the white line. Just some information as well, multiple drivers have taken a pole position here, but the most successful drivers here have been Maze Gamer and also Andy with 2 race wins to their name. And the lap records currently held in Pro is by Unorthodox 16 and also Big Boy Brazier for the Pro Quali and Race. Also for the Pro and Quali for Pro-Am is Maze Gamer and Fury and the Mercedes. Best of luck to everybody, and I hope everyone enjoys this circuit. It's going to be a great night's worth of racing, a very challenging circuit ahead of us, and everyone needs to make sure they looked after those tyres. But back to the guys in the commentary box.
Another fantastic guide from Daniel there into Dubai Autodrome. So you should have on your screen any moment now, and some information about the track. Let's tell you about the track. Dubai Autodrome. We are driving the GP circuit this evening, which is 5.39 kilometres or 3.3 miles in old money. Elevation change of 20 metres, 65 feet. Opened in 2004. Grade 1, FIA Grade 1, 17 turns clockwise. Circuit record in a Grand Prix setup is a 1:41.2 by Kobayashi in a Dallara GP2 car in 2008, and hosts a few bits and pieces nowadays. Still does the Asian Le Mans series, 24-hour series, and a few other bits and pieces, Ferrari Challenge, so on and so forth. As you can see, those times on the board there for Dan, 55.5 for quali and a 56.7 for race. We're not far off those records already tonight, so expect to see the quali record broken and probably the race one as well. So, as I said, here on my own this evening. I hope you can stay with me and keep me company. PN in the chat already said he's going to keep me company. Thank you very much, PN. I'm going to need your support on this one tonight. Also, hello to Max Mulder. Great racing last night. Not that I saw much of it, Max, to be fair. Mike Matthews, it's our own peaceful explosion. Welshie in there as well. Good evening to all of you guys. If you're watching, please do give us a shout on the chat so we know you're there. Let's have a look at the standings as we move into rounds 9 and 10. Just changing the screen on my laptop, which will give me the bits and pieces, and it should come up on your screen as a fantastic new Simplay graphic, which we've introduced for this year. So, out in front, hasn't dropped too many points this season, is the overtaker in the Lamborghini with 181 points. Unorthodox is your man in second with for Love Island Bombshells in the Audi R8, and he's 133 points, 48 off the lead. In third place is your reigning champion, Matahimovic, in the Jaeger Motorsport BMW Mercedes, and he's on 155 points, 66 off the lead. Gary's coming in third for Jaeger Motorsport with 97 points. Enplava is fifth for Smoking Hot Racing in the Ferrari, 85 points. P6 is Richie Speedy Frogs in the Mercedes, 73 points off the lead. Big Boy Brazier in seventh place, Ginsters Aren't Proper Pasties in the Audi R8, 73 points. Little Leach, the second of the bombshell, our Love Island Bombshell Audis, is 59 points and in 8th place. Peaceful Explosion, Simplay Racing in the Ferrari, 54 points. Fury, P10, Teletubby Motorsports in the Mercedes with 53 points. P11 is D-Bigs, Ginsters Aren't Proper Pasties in the other Audi R8 with 44 points. JM Grill, Speedy Frogs, Mercedes with 40 points. Sutty Apex in P13, Simplay Racing with the Ferrari with 31 points. Holty's making up 14th place for Teletubby Motorsport with 23 points, and Smoky Devil bringing up the back of the championship at the moment with 18 points. As far as the constructors go, Jaeger Motorsport out in front by 20 points from Love Island Bombshells. Jaeger Motorsport 212 points. Plays to 192 of Love Island Bombshells. As I said, 20 between them. Over McDisco Face Racing, that would be Overtaker and what was Disco McDisco Face in the Lamborghini, 52 off the lead with 160 points. Fourth place, Ginsters Aren't Proper Pasties with the Audi R8, 116 points. Speedy Frogs with their Mercs, 113 points. In P6, Smoking Hot Racing in the Ferrari, 103 points. Simplay Racing in P7 with 85 points, and Teletubby Motorsport 76 points brings up the constructors. Woo! So that's all the fun stuff done. We can move on to see who's where on track. So as I said, tonight all on my lonesome. So I'm not only am I chatting to you guys and trying to balance everything that's going on, but I'm also on cameras as well. So all the apologies. But as I said, Smithy's gone and left me for the comfort of a caravan in Weston-super-Mare or wherever he's gone. I'm not quite sure. So if you haven't joined us before, if this is your first time, I apologise. But the format looks like this. We are right in the middle of practice at the moment. We get a 20-minute practice, free practice for the guys to tune their setup, get used to the track conditions this evening. We then move from that to a 10-minute qualifying, and on a track of this length, that's going to be a tall order tonight. So 10-minute qualifying, fastest time takes pole, obviously, and then we get into a race. It'll be 15-lap race tonight, about 30 minutes, and then once we've done that, we do qualifying and we race again. So normal format for GT3. As we're watching Sooty Apex, looking like he's on Drift Championships here with this Ferrari. Ferrari wasn't looking fantastic last night, but will it be a better beast in the hands of Peaceful Explosion and Sooty Apex? We will see. Excuse me. Pop into the chat. 4ZY, hey, good evening, welcome along. And PN Motorsport, yeah, loving that emojis for Ginsters. Yeah, that's about how I feel about it as well. Fastest man on track at the moment, this guy in the Audi, it's unorthodox with a 155.7. Right behind him, now these two have got history. Big Boy Brazier, also in an Audi, and he's got to be tipped for a good result this evening. He knows his way around here, and as I said, him and Daniel came to blows a couple of seasons ago on this very track and handed the win to Andy, as I remember, but it was a titanic battle. We are looking forward to some battles like that this evening, but probably without the outcome of spinning and then them beating each other with handbags and stuff like that. So yeah, look out for this guy this evening. Big Boy Brazier knows his way around here this evening. Currently second fastest at the moment and definitely a contender. He's there side by side with Richie, I believe that is. Currently in 4th place. Yes, he is. And me and Smithy keep calling him the Underfrog. He's very highly rated, this guy, but I think he's... Whoa, as Jamie has a bit of a wiggle and Richie just manages to avoid the back end of it. Calm down, boys. It's only practice. Yeah, Richie, very highly rated, and he's starting to find his feet a little bit with this car. And yeah, hoping for some more bigger things. We got Furies in tonight, as you can see him just leaving the pit lane. Didn't see him last week. Where's the Fury Massive? Where are they all? Fury's granddad, Fury's mum, all those, where are you? You're normally in the chat. So as you can see, Fury just going out on track. Let's see how he gets on here as well. He's a quick boy, so this could be a really good one tonight. This could be, we could find ourselves with a lot of action on our hands this evening. So we'll see how he gets on. And who should we move to? D Biggs. Let's have a look at D Biggs. We haven't seen him for a while. 2 times Constructors Championship in the Pro. Hasn't done great things in this Audi yet, but more than capable of making it work. So we'll see what he can do this evening. See if he can liven up that Audi for tonight. Who else we got? Who else we haven't chatted about? Oh, friend from Latvia, Emplava, and in the Ferrari this evening. Again, I said earlier, the Ferraris didn't fare that well last night in the Pro-Am, but that doesn't mean to say that they won't fare well tonight. We've got, who have we got on the grid with Ferraris? Emplava, Peaceful Explosion, Sooty Apex, and there must be one more. But yeah, we'll see how they get on this evening. Pop into the chat, PN. Glad you're here. Glad you're here, PN. You'll be here for the chat unless you pass out from having COVID. Oh, I thought you were unwell because you've been eating against us pasty. That's yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I hope you get well soon, mate. Anybody else in the chat? We'd love to hear from you. I'm here on my own this evening, and I could do with the yip yap, could do with the content. Who should we go to now? Holty. Let's have a look at Holty. 3 minutes left in this session. Holty in the Mercedes. Mercedes is going to be strong down these long straights. Mercedes very powerful. Not quite so clever in the corners, but definitely powerful down the straights. So watch out for this one coming down the straights. We see Holty pretty much sliding it around that corner. It's going to have a good top speed, these Mercedes, so they're going to be strong. Smokey's the other one, thank you. Yes, Smokey Devil, you're quite right. And he's in the pits and he's shut his door, so maybe he's not feeling very well. But yeah, of course, Smokey's the other one in the other Ferrari. In probably the prettiest livery of all of them, actually. I quite like the livery of Smokey's. We'll show it to you when he decides to open his door. I don't know what he's doing in there with the door shut. All a bit suspect, if you ask me. Little Leach, brother Gary, not here this evening for whatever reason. I don't know why he's not here. I'll try and find that out. But of course, Little Leach and Gary not partnered up this season. Not the Leach brothers back together. Well, they've had great success in the past. They decided not to get back together after Little Leach did a spell in Pro-Am. Current Pro-Am champion. I was hoping to know what that feels like, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. But never mind. But current man, oh look, doing a bit of Pro-Am line there actually. Don't know quite where you're going there, Craig, but you'll be very happy. People will be very happy that you smashed all the marker boards up. So look at this Overtaker. We haven't spoken about him. He's in the pits at the moment. We haven't spoken much about him, but he's done a 54.4. He's into the 54s. He pulled that out in qualifying. That will absolutely smash the lap record. Thank you, PN. It's like you're sitting here in the room with me. Remember to like and subscribe. Of course, remember to like and subscribe. 22 watchers, 12 likes. Come on, all you got to do is press the like button. It's really simple, just press it. That would be lovely. Let's go back to Smoky Devil. Look, yeah, there we go. There's the last Ferrari. Now, isn't that a pretty livery, eh? I think that's a really pretty livery. I think it's one of the nicest ones. Mind you, I've got a kind of thing about white and other things, you know, white and other colours to go with it. I've got a bit of a thing about that, so that's pretty. Anyway, I digress. Who haven't we looked at this evening? Overtaker's in the pits. We haven't seen Matt yet. He's in the pits at the moment. Emplava, we've had a look at him. JM Grill is in the pits at the moment. Let's see how Smokey gets on. A lot of them are done for this session by the looks of it. 30 seconds left in this session to get your eye in. Get your eye in, see what the track temperatures are like. Tyres are going to be an important part this evening. The hard tyres really the only way to go. I don't even know if people will try the softs in qualifying. I tried to do some tests on the softs and they were just absolute rubbish. They were no good whatsoever. So I very much doubt that anyone's going to run the softs at all. The hard tyres is the way to go, and they warm up in like half a lap, so it's not a problem. The trick tonight is going to be keeping your tyres good. There's a lot of stress on the tyres, especially at the top of the hill, the first sector, and you know, makes the tyres very, very hot. So the guys are going to have to manage this evening. And it's going to be warm, as I said, so yeah, something to look out for. Start seeing people struggling towards the end. They're going to be struggling on their tyres, that's for sure. So just into the last couple of seconds, Fury, is he on a hot one? We'll see. Just coming into the last turn, he's going to finish the lap, so you'd like to think that he is on a bit of a hot lap, just on the track limits there. Simplay rules, you've got to stay on the curb. Two wheels on the curb. That was very close to not being there, but right at the moment doesn't really matter. Fury with a 56.3 moves up to 4th. Indeed. So, going back to the chat, PN saying that Ferraris need to be red. Yes, road ones do, absolutely. Absolutely. Ferrari's supposed to be red, isn't it? That's a very odd case. Yellow is slightly acceptable. And I believe I'm right in saying that originally Ferraris were yellow. And if you look at the prancing horse is actually yellow. And I believe you find that it was the original colour scheme for a Ferrari. But I might be talking complete rubbish as well. You never know. So, looking at the times, Overtaker with a 1:54.4, Big Boy Brazier with a 1:55.7, Unorthodox with a 55.7 as well. It's only practice at the moment, so don't get too excited. We move into the qualifying very, very shortly. There you go on your screen. At the moment, you have your classifications. So we move into qualifying any moment now. As I said, it's going to be a 10-minute qualifying, and looking at the lap times, it's nearly a 2-minute lap round here. It's quite a long lap, so these guys are going to want to get on with it. tyre warm-up isn't going to be too much of an issue, although some guys may be taking the first flying lap as a second opportunity to warm those tyres. I certainly did. I didn't go fastest on my first flying lap. It wasn't until I got into my second flying lap that I started to find that the tyre pressures were coming to me and I could push a little bit harder. Emplava's going to be the first man out, and followed by, I'm presuming that will be probably Overtaker. What we will do is let's go bumper cam with Emplava as he comes out the pits, dropping downhill into this first corner. Don't really want to get up on that curb too much. Porsche rides the curbs lovely up through here, but not all the cars do, so you can get up on the curb. Last night Liam got up on the curb, got a wiggle right there, sent him off to the left and off track, which I was grateful for at the time. So you can't run all the curbs in all the cars. This apex, late apex on this corner, as you accelerate slightly downhill and into the banked left-hander. If you go wide, you can pick up the apex pretty much. Well, Emplava didn't bother it too much, and you get a good swing slingshot down the back straight. As you can see, Emplava just trying to warm his tyres, trying to get those temperatures and pressures in the right place. Back straight here comes into a hairpin turn. Hit the brakes as late as you dare, down all the gears, but try and pick up the apex that Emplava missed, and pull it back over to the right hand side as you go around this left hander. Slight confidence lift, then straight back on the power, accelerating uphill to the right hander. Emplava still warming his tyres. Hit the brakes now, down a couple of gears, tuck into the apex, look out on acceleration. Back end can get a bit squirrely on the way out. We're climbing up the hill in the last sector. As you can see, Emplava still trying to get those tyres where he wants them as he goes for his flying lap. We go up the hill, and this is a deceiving one. Hit the brakes at the 50-metre board, down a couple of gears, double apex, pick up the first one, let the car run wide, pull it back in. Again, Emplava didn't. He let whoever he was behind him through, and pick up the apex. You come round to the last corner, very easy on this last corner to run wide. Emplava's going to want to get the best traction he can out of the corner. Nicely done, a little bit of a wiggle, runs a bit of a curb, no problem with that. Nice and hard on the accelerator. And he's onto the straight and into his first flying lap. Comes down into turn one. We'll stay on with N for a little bit longer while the rest of them just sort themselves out. So he comes up the hill again. As I was saying, this is hard on the tyres up through here. This is where your front left will really start to suffer as you get to the top of the hill. It's screaming no more by the time you get up there, but as you come back down, you start to cool down a little bit. And N taking all the track there, well within limits, but taking all the track. As he comes into this left-hander again before the long straight, try to pick up the apex and slingshot your way out of there, especially when you're in the race. It's going to be an opportunity to get right in behind someone, get close and be able to make a move and overtake. Down through the back straight, as you can see, all the cars out. The only person not on track is Sutty Apex, but he's so good he doesn't need to qualify. As we start raising up the hill again, this is where Jamie and Dan got together a couple of seasons ago, as Emplava comes up the hill and hits the brakes, picks up the apex, hard on the accelerator again. Raising up the hill, up, 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 up. As he gets to top of the hill, look at this. We're 4 minutes in, with 6 minutes to go, and we still haven't got a single lap on the board yet, not a single time. That's the time it takes just to get there. So I don't know who's in front of Emplava. I'm guessing is it Matt? It looks like. Yes, it is Matt. So Matt's going to be the first man to come across the line. He's got clear air in front of him for a second one. He does a 55.4 and he's on low fuel by the looks of it. Let's bring up the and he comes in and out the pits immediately. So going for a second run. Low fuel runs from Matt, just 8 litres of fuel. Overtaker goes quicker with a 154.6. That is the lap record. That is the qualifying record smashed. Richie with a 54.6 is in third at the moment. Unorthodox displaces Richie with a 55.9. Still work to do for Dan. Emplava came in on a 57 4, and they're all starting to come through now and set their times. Maybe a quicker lap on the second one. As I said, Emplava's gone back to the, Overtaker's gone back to the pits, and he's going to have another crack at it from there, no doubt. Or maybe he's done. He isn't coming out. Maybe he's done. Maybe he's happy with that. We will see. Dan's close up behind someone. Big boy Brazier goes into 3rd place as he comes across the line. Still to set a time, Smoky Devil, Sutty and Fury. Sutty not on a ban, is he? I don't think he is he? Don't think so. Don't think so. Let's have a quick look in the chat, because you're all getting all very chatty all of a sudden, aren't you? And Monkey Boy, good evening. Where were you last night? Needed you, man. Where were you? Needed you. We're now slipped back in the constructors. I'm expecting a couple of wins out of you next week to try and bring back that deficit. So, where are we? Fury, where's he to? He's in 7th at the moment. Not Fury's normal position. He's usually a little bit higher up there. Don't know what practice he's got in. PN in the chat giving me circuit fact for Kelly. The 24-hour race was red flagged after 7 hours a couple of years ago due to rain. Rain in the desert. There's no drainage. Yeah, that must have upset them terribly when it started raining 7 hours in. That's got to upset you, hasn't it? No drainage. That's okay. Formula 1 can come here then, because they don't ever race properly in the rain. Anyway, moving along. Holty in the other red Mercedes, currently in 6th. So Holty having quite a good run at the moment. There's some quick boys behind him. Sutty has gone out on track now. Excuse me, a little bit of a sore throat. So Sutty in the classic red Ferrari, looks like a Ferrari, being red, and yep, he's going out to stick himself a lap. Overtaker's gone back out again, so let's see what he can do. Right at the moment, he's 3/4 of a second clear in pole position at the moment. Can any of the guys get close to that in the last couple of minutes? We do hope so, but it's looking like another point coming his way if he goes on like this. Matt's dropped himself in the pits. Probably going to have another. No, is he going to have another run at it? Yes, he is. Back on his way out. He's got time to get around and get another flyer in, but that he might get. If he gets on with it, he might get 2, I suppose. But he's going to be pushing it. But he's probably only fueled for 1, to be honest. So Matt out the pits for another go at this. Where's Jamie? Jamie just. Where is he on track? Yep. Rising up the hill. He's down on his delta. I didn't quite catch what that was. And Monkey Boy, evening Kelly, was on my way back from South Coast. I did catch up today. Best I get my finger out next week. Yeah, I had a bit of a shocker in the second race, mate. I tried to, take it for the team, but as said, I need you back, and we need to get back on this constructors, because I feel that the drivers might be just slipping away. Anyway, back to tonight. Jamie still in 3rd. No improvement on that lap. He's got another go at it. Who else has got another go at it? So we're into the last minute. Dan comes across the line. So this will be his last attempt. We'll see how he gets on. Matt's coming round on his outlap. Overtaker this is going to be his last go at it as well. So Jamie is through, just coming to the end of sector 1. Matt is on his outlap. Overtaker, where's Dan? Dan is again coming to the end. So at the top 4, and these are probably the guys who are capable of pole. I don't think there's anyone else, with no disrespect to any of the other drivers, but I don't think anyone else is going to get close to this, to be fair. To be honest, I don't think anyone's going to beat Overtaker, if I'm quite honest about it. But so if I've worked it out correctly, Jamie is there. Dan's there. Matt's come across the line only just for his last flyer. He's got enough in the tank, he can make that happen. And Overtaker there. So Jamie up into the last section. Strange little series of corners there. He should rise up the hill. Lefts and right, does hellish damage to the tyres. But Jamie's going to be the first man across the line of the top 4. And he comes across the line. Is he going to improve on a 55.8? He does improve slightly, goes a couple of tenths quicker, but not enough to do any further damage. So I think, if I'm right, I think Dan might be the next one. Dan's going to want to improve. Hasn't been off the front row, I don't think, in Quali 1, so my understanding. Can go. He does. He displaces Jamie. Doesn't put it on the front row though. Overtaker's gone to the pits. He thinks he's done enough. So it's really only Matt that can challenge, and he's the closest challenger. But he's got to find a second overall. We'll see when he comes up to his next. He's coming up to the end of sector 2, and he's second now. So we'll get a delta on our screen to see if he's up or if he's down. And I was hoping for a delta, but there you go. There wasn't one. Okay, never mind. Forget what I was saying. So into the last couple of corners, we're going to have to wait to the end of quali just to see if he's going to make any improvement. He's got a second to find, which is quite a tall order. I think Matt will be reasonably happy to be on the front row, although there's a point for pole, so all the points count. And I've been in that position where they all count, so you want to have that. So where did Matt go? He goes quicker, gets within a second. 55.3 for Matt, can't quite do it, but gets within a second of Overtaker. He's done, he can't get any further. Who we got left? Holt's still going well. Nope, that's it, all done and dusted. So, Overtaker with the quickest, smashes the lap record with a 54.3. Matt Himovic on the front row with a 55.3. Dan knocked off the front row for a change, just behind with a 55.5. And Big Boy Brazier, also on the second row, right beside Dan. That could be interesting, is in your 4th place. On the grid. I'll run through the rest of them as we're syncing up. Richie, the Underfrog, is in 5th, so that's a good run from him. He's got Fury next to him. Battle of the Mercs there. Holty, good run in 7th place. Peaceful in 8th. Emplava 9th. Little Leach 10th. D-Biggs 11th. JM Grill in 12th. Smokey is in 13th. And Sutty is in the best position of all. So, what you're thinking's on the race win? I've got to say that I'm probably tipping Overtaker for this one, but look at these 3 behind. That's going to be the battle. Matt, Dan, and Big Boy Brazier. I think that's going to be a real battle. Look out for Fury as well in P6. Never count him out. Also, look at Emplava. He has a uncanny way of staying out of trouble. So we'll see how his race progresses from there. Feel free to put your comments in the chat. We would love to hear them. 15 likes, 25 watchers. Come on, press the like button. Do it. Excuse me as I just catch my breath. Yes, all on my own this evening. Smithy's in his caravan in Southend-on-Sea or somewhere like that. We are syncing up. We are getting ready to go. So, round 9 of the championship, lights are on, it means business. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, and we are green and go. Dan with an awesome start. Me and Dan have been working on his starts, and he's got that dart. If he doesn't have a drive-through like I did by hitting it quickly, Dan has jumped into the front row and is now attacking on the inside. They're going to go 3 wide as we go into turn 1. Down on the inside, Overtaker. Matt has to back out of it a bit. So does Dan. Backs out of that one. Tucks back in behind. And a bit of carnage in the background. We've got a couple of Mercs going left and right. I think that's Holty and Fury. Sutty back there as well still. But it's Overtaker and he's under pressure from Dan, from Matt, from Jamie as they come round to the top of the first sector for the first time this evening. So it's Overtaker, Dan, Matt, Jamie, Richie's still in there. Peaceful's made up progress, and so has Emplava as they move round onto the back straight for the first time. Emplava with, Overtaker with beginning to pull half a second or so. Let's see how he gets on. Let's see if the rest of these boys can keep him honest. Dan with that Matt with the Merc power just does Dan down the back straight. That's going to be a problem for Dan all night with that Merc power. So Matt moves up into second place. Overtaker looks like he was a bit tardy on the hairpin there as they come up the hill. And careful, Jamie and Dan. You know what happened when you boys come round there. And Jamie all over the back of Dan like a nasty rash, trying to look to overtake the top floor, still in quite close company. But then Richie is keeping himself honest with these guys as well. Emplava's on the move, but Peaceful coming back at him up the inside to get the job done. But Emplava still having a look. We move back to the front as we come around for the end of lap 1, and I'm probably not going to have a voice left after the end of this, but it's Overtaker who leads from Matt, from Dan, from Jamie as they started, is where they end up. Richie's still in the hunt on this one. Let's go on board with Richie. I love the bumper cam. There we go. On board with Richie, as you can see the top 4 there just in striking distance. Going to jump to Matt. There you go. Matt's view is to go up the hill. Ooh, a little bit wiggly as he touches on that curb. As I said, the Porsche runs those curbs lovely. Don't know about the Lamborghini and the Merc a little bit. Matt staying clear of them by the looks of it. Watching his lines as Overtaker is, he's not letting him get away. Picks up the apex, accelerates hard. Want to try. Where's Dan in this? They're all in very close company. So let's, yeah, there we go. Look, move on with Dan. Dan knows all about this corner. A slingshot. Try and get the absolute best out of that Audi down the back straight. So top 5 all still within a second of each other. You don't see it on your screens. Well, actually you do. Looking like you do. If you not normally, you don't normally see it on your screens. Overtaker definitely not getting away, is he? He's not driving off into the distance like he normally does. So got to keep an eye on this. He's not having it all his own way at the moment. These guys keeping him honest around here. On your screens, you'll see at the side of your screens, I don't think you normally see this, you'll see a little triangle with an exclamation mark. What that means is whoever's got those marks is within a second of the car in front. So as you can see, Overtaker is leading and Matt is in second place with 0.7 of a second behind, with Dan just 1.3 behind the total, but within a second of Matt. As you see, all these 4 come round again. Drop Richie very slightly. He's dropped out of that 1 second window. Emplava and Peaceful still going at it in the best of the Ferraris at the moment. Who else? Little Leach trying to have a look at the back of Fury. Fury didn't have the best of starts on a comeback drive. And you've got Sutty Apex with a rather damaged Ferrari running in 13th at the moment. Again, didn't get the start he wanted. Back to the front. Back to the front. Overtaker is off. He's out and he's crashed. What's he crashed into? Was he? No. I want Overtaker. What's? I thought he crashed into something there, but he's certainly out. He's back in with Emplava and whatever. I'm going to try and watch my stream. What you're seeing is a couple of seconds delayed from what you actually see on the stream. Oh, as he gets together with Emplava, cuts the nose off Emplava and goes round again. It's going from bad to worse for Overtake. There was a car there on its roof. What was that? Who was that on their roof? That's bizarre, that is. Yeah, there it is. It's Smoky Devil on his roof on the end of whatever turn that is, and he managed to. Overtaker managed to hit him. So I don't know what Smoky Devil's doing there on his roof. Not very much by the looks of it. Doesn't seem to have a reset button. So we'll come back to that. We go back to the front of the action. Matt is now second, pulling away from Dan. Dan's still got Jamie Brazier in very close company. Richie still in 4th at the moment. And Overtaker's escapades have kind of ruined Peaceful and Emplava's little battle that they were having. He got right in the middle of them, carrying some damage in that Lamborghini now as Little Leach is having a look, see if he can go around the outside of him. We've got to keep an eye on Dan and Jamie because they're in very close company, but keeping on this battle at the moment. Little Leach overtakers in. The lap window is between 3 and 9, so he pits on his window. Watch the wall. Emplava's in as well. So they go for their pit stops. I'm reckoning that overtakers is going to be a bit of a long one, I reckon, as he hits his marks into his pit box. We'll see how long. Having to talk and move buttons at the same time. There we go. Daft Punk in the pit lane again with their flashy suits. Overtakers out. Couldn't have had that much damage, but it does look like Emplava has jumped him in the pits. He certainly has. So a little bit of a longer stop for the overtaker. Let's see what he can do from there. See if he can come back. Holty also in the pits. Sutty Apex in the pits at the end of lap 4. That's when the pit window opened at lap 3 and shuts at lap 9. So closest battle on track. These two adversaries. They'll leave it. And boast to be best mates as well. But when they get on track, well, yeah, bit debatable when you get to that point. So Dan watching the back of Matt, keeping him in check at the moment. Jamie's dropped back. What's happened to Jamie? Do we know what happened? Is he pitted? Jamie hasn't pitted yet, has he? Don't know what's happened to Jamie. And yeah, that's a bit of a shame. I wonder if he had a bit of a spin, because he has dropped right back. Let's have a look, see if he's carrying any damage on that. No, car looks intact, but could have had a simple spin. Lots of runoffs on this track, so very easy to regain yourself. JM Grill at the moment, he's within a second of Biggs, but yeah, as you can see, but it's not an attacking battle at the moment. Yes, PN, I'm having to multitask this evening, you know, and I haven't got a female gene, just a female name, so it doesn't come very easily multitasking. So where are we? We're also already in lap 5. Which one of these front guys is gonna blink first? Because to be fair, if they keep on this pace and things stay the way that they are, it's going to be between these two for the race win, I'm feeling, if they don't crash into each other, take each other's spoilers out, push, shove, do whatever. Then one of these two has got a good chance at winning this race. They've pulled a little bit of a gap now from Richie. Overtaker's had some moments, so he's back in the pack and unlikely to win this one. Jamie's had a moment, so we believe, and again back in the pack. So Jamie's got to do a bit of a recovery drive. He is only 9 seconds off the lead with 10 laps to go, so it is doable. Time can be made around here, especially if you're quick. Kieran Argent last night made up a load of time just by doing consistent fast laps, and yeah, caught up me and Liam, who were scrapping for the podium positions. Some great racing last night. If you want to go back and watch it, please do. Not now. Save it for over the weekend and go and watch the Pro-Am race from last night. Some exciting racing from last night. So please do go and have a look. So where have we got? Jamie Brazier's now is on the back of Peaceful. So he's making his recovery drive, but he's got to get through Mike first. Richie just a little sniff in front there as well. So Jamie definitely on the recovery. And two closest battles at the moment. You've got Jamie on the back of Peaceful, Dan on the back of Matt. Probably not going to do it down the straight, to be fair. Hasn't got the power for that. And what about Jamie? Has he got the Ferrari? He's struggling in a straight line round this track. So, but the Audi, not the quickest car either, to be fair. Oh, and there we go. It's a Peaceful pirouette. First one of the evening. And he's round in turn 1. Jamie says, thank you very much. I'll have that. And he's off and away. So he's going to have to get after Richie. Let's see how he progresses. Little Leach in the pits at the moment. Dan now closing up through the twisty stuff. The Audi is better through the twisty stuff. This is where Matt's going to pull away along here. So we come off the straight, come off the corner, as you see, onto the straight, and you can start to see that Mercedes just stretching its legs. V8 in that? V8 in that, Hayley. Oh, come on, you're the engine girl. No? V8, I believe in that. And hello in the chat. We've got Gary's turned up in the chat. Why are you not here tonight, Gary? Can you give us a? I didn't have an explanation why you're not racing tonight. So if you could just let me know why, and that would be lovely. Thank you. As you can see, Dan catches back up again. Look, see the Merc just start to stretch its legs as we come up the hill here. We'll stay on board with Dan for a minute. There's no other closer battles on track right at the moment. These guys have got 4 seconds. Different line for Dan to Matt. Matt went out wider, picked up that second apex. It's a tricky one, that corner. There's loads of different lines you can take, and I'm still not sure which is the quickest one, to be fair. But different ways of taking it. Matt not bothering the apex in the last corner. Had to hesitate getting back on the throttle. Gave Dan an opportunity to catch up very slightly. While this is all going on, Richie has dived into the pits. But look, Daniel making no gains on that Merc whatsoever. He's going to have to do it in the twisty bits, that's for certain sure. Gains under braking, but not enough. So through the twisty bits, as we come up the hill, look at the Audi is much more planted. Dan picking up the apexes, coming right up behind the back of the Mercedes now, but there's nowhere to overtake here. There's a sniff of an opportunity. No, there isn't. A couple have tried it. Here. It's not a good place to try and overtake just there. Both pick up the apex on that last corner absolutely beautifully. Dan goes for the wide line, tries to tuck it back in to get onto the back of Matt. Let's see what else is going on elsewhere. Overtakers on a comeback. He's now close to Emplava. Very close as they come down the straight. As I said, that Ferrari struggling in a straight line here at Dubai. On holiday, bud. Ah, yeah, it is a V8 in the Merc. Thank you. I thought it was V10 in the Audi. Lovely advert. Do you remember the advert for the V10 that was on telly? Absolute pure sex on TV. That was absolute fantastic. The V10. Don't particularly like the car, to be fair, but engine sounds amazing. Yep, V8 in the Merc. Flat 4 in the Porsche. That's what I prefer. Where are you on holiday, Gary? Anywhere nice? You're not up with Smithy, are you? And you're not in Smithy's caravan at Skegness, are you? We will find out. So, Dan still standing. Oh, there we go. Matt's into the pits. I thought Dan was going to follow him in, but he's decided not to. So, Matt is in the pits. What Matt needs here is a good stop. I didn't see how much he attacked the pit lane. His pit crew are ready. They're in place. Let's see if he has a quick one. Big boy Brazier follows him in, has a little tap on the wall I see in the background. That's not useful. Peaceful explosion in the pits as well at the same time. That ain't a bad stop at all for Matt. He's up and about and on his way again. So we've got Jamie Brazier comes into the pits. Daft Punk doing his pit crew this evening. What is that all about? Fury, a good stop there. Ooh, if we didn't have them ghosting, that would be an unsafe release, I would have said. Mike's in and out of the pits. He's away. Fury. Oh, I'm starting to get hiccups now. Oh, that's no good. Longer hold for Fury. I wonder if he's having damage fixed on that one. So, Dan has now got to get his foot down and get a good lap to see if he can jump Matt. Will he come into the pits this lap round? Hello to Steve Peaceful's stepdad in the chat. Gary, no mate, sunny Sheringham in North Norfolk. Sounds northern, sounds cold, doesn't it? It's not like Cornwall, is it, where it's 30 degrees every day? Not like the Sunshine State. Well, I hope you're having a lovely time, mate. I presume you, the wife and the little one, little Fuji. I call her Fuji because there was no name. She had no name when Gary won the round at Fuji. But that's not his little one's name. You can see that they're spread out at the moment, can't you? Because I'm talking complete drivel. So, does Dan come into the pits this time round? We will see. I don't know if he's timed his pit stops and where he wants to go, but he's in. He's into the pit lane. Attacking the pit lane. Yes, very much so. Is it getting slowed down? Certainly does. No penalties there. So every 10th is going to make the difference here. And where's Matt? Matt is coming into the last sector. And Dan's pit crew working away. Here's a quick one. He's away. So, long run down this pit lane. Let me just give you an idea. Look, it's like looking into the abyss, isn't it? Absolutely. Where is Matt? Matt's coming round the last corner. This is going to be tight. Dan's not off the limiter yet. Matt is flat scat. Matt's got it done, you know. He's got it done. Dan's heart's going to sink. Oh, it just needed a little bit more, didn't it? Dan's heart's going to sink as he sees that Mercedes flashing off into the distance as he comes out from the pits. Okay, so we got closest person on track at the moment, JM Grill, still following D Biggs round, but he doesn't seem to be that clear. Hang on a minute, D Biggs, that's the one. D Biggs on Little Leach is catching. He's going quicker as well. His delta is up as he's trying to get onto the back of Little Leach, and they got Fury just in front of them. Not the race I was expecting Fury to have tonight, obviously, because Fury's granddad and his mum are missing from the chat, so that's obviously ruined his race, and he's now in a mediocre 8th, not a podium position instead. So is that what's going on with Fury? Hasn't got his massive to look after him. Holty is catching up on the back of JM Grill. These are for the positions at the end. How many did we start? 14, didn't we? We've lost Smoky Devil, ended up on his roof with no reset button. So it'll be top, excuse me, top 7 that won't be able to qualify for the next race as we stand at the moment. In that all-important 8th place is Fury at the moment, so he will be able to will get the maximum points, but also be able to qualify for the next race. Let's not get into that too much, because there was a lot of controversy about that last week, and let's not get into it right now. So, Overtaker is on a comeback drive. As we said, he's now cruised up behind Peaceful Explosion. He's the next man. He's just nibbling within that second of Peaceful. So let's see what he can do. Ferrari vulnerable down the straight. I don't think he's close enough this lap. And, oh, that's track limits, Overtaker. Be careful of that. And what do we got? Dan is dropped behind Matt a little bit. He's just over a second behind Matt after the pit stops. We've had I've heard some complaints from the Audi boys that the Audi changes characteristics towards the end of the race, goes all kind of a little bit more loose and squirrely towards the end of the race, and I wonder if Dan's now getting into that zone, because he's a second off Matt. Oh, Overtaker comes in very quickly behind Peaceful. Thought he was going to collect him then, but manages to stay out of their Ferrari's boot lid, and Mike gapping the Lamborghini a bit again. The Lamborghini on the power. Another V10? Another V10, is it? Oh, hello, there's Fury's granddad. Well, nice for you to speak. Oh, Overtaker trying to go round the outside. Let's get on. There we go. Peaceful's covered that one off. As Overtaker jinks one way, jinks the other, trying to find a way round. Peaceful got him covered. Going to have him covered into the next one. Peaceful's got the inside line. Overtaker's got to go round the outside. He has a look, tries to get it up the inside. Peaceful's got that covered off. Good bit of defensive driving from Mike here at the moment. And Overtaker going to try and go round the outside, try and pick up the double apex effect on this one. Peaceful's got it all parked on the apex. No going round him there. He's defending for his life here at the moment as they go into the last corner, and Overtaker's going to have a run this time. He's going to have a run down the straight as he gets into the slip. He jinks out to the right-hand side. It's going to be Lamborghini power, or a big Volkswagen engine, basically, isn't it? It's a giant Volkswagen. It's going to get the job done. Is it? Yes, I think he has. It was a valiant effort from Peaceful, but Overtaker's got him there in the end. So overtaker's got 8 seconds now to make up to Jamie. I think that might be just a bridge too far, to be fair, unless Jamie has any more problems. Peaceful hasn't given it up yet. Ferrari's a little bit better in the twisty bits, but and Peaceful having a look down the inside. Overtaker goes all the way around the outside and got that one covered off. Peaceful having another look on the inside of that corner, no way round there, and probably the overtaker's gonna pull away from this now. Who else we got? Who else we got in close company? D-Big still trying to hunt down Little Leach at the moment. Dan's made some pace. I don't know if Matt's had a little bit of a mistake. He's made kind of 4 or 5 tenths on Matt now. He's back in the hunt. I wonder if Dan's tyres are coming back to him. Dan's quickest man on track at the moment, to be fair, with a 56.9 last lap round, 57 from Matt. So Dan's on a charge. He hasn't given this one up yet. And Jamie Brazier is almost caught Richie as well. So look out for that one. They are battling for the last positions on the podium. Yes, PN, of course you're right. Yes, the same engine is in the Audi because they're all Volkswagens. All Volkswagens. So yes, same engine and lovely V10, lovely sounding V10, screaming. Yes, I'm in the Beetle. Yeah, flat 4 in the back. Yeah, been like that since year dot. Still fighting away at it. Still crazily rough on the back end. But Dan still on the hunt after Matt. As I said, Jamie is catching Richie, but it's taking a little time. He's still got a little way. He's within a second, just about here and there. So best battle on track right at the moment. Although, let's just very quickly jump to D-Biggs and Little Leach. They're going down the first start-finish straight. So, 12 laps in, 3 to go. Dan is still on the hunt of Matt, trying to hunt down that Mercedes. In the background, you can see him back there. Richie in a strong third place. He's had a very strong strong race, but a bit on the anonymous side. He's kind of just stayed out of trouble, kept his nose clean. Jamie had some sort of incident, we're not sure what. If he ends up on a podium, I'll ask him. But he's had a comeback drive, and he's now got a couple of laps just to catch Richie. We'll see how that one progresses. But Dan's still on the back of Matt, closes in real tight as they come up to this strange double apex. Third to last corners. Dan right out on the curb. That one was in track limits this time. And down the straight is where you want to get the traction off that corner to try and get in the slip of the Merc. And then the Merc will just start to pull away again. Let's oh, I don't know whether to jump to... Dan's not going to do it here, is he? No, he's not going to do it there. And I don't think Jamie's going to do it there either, because it's, again, Audi against Merc, and the Merc has got the legs in the straight line. This is where Dan closes up through the S's to the top of the hill. Better chassis for the Audi, more power in the Merc. Makes for interesting racing, that's for certain sure. As they come back down to the back straight again, and it's status quo still for these two. Jamie and Richie, similar sort of battle. Audi V10 on Mercedes V8 as they come onto the back straight as well. Still pushing. Overtaker still 8 seconds behind this battle, and he's going to struggle to do anything better than where he is now as these two get to the end of the back straight and into the hairpin. Both done nicely as they start to climb back up the hill. As Dan closes up under braking, you get that yo-yo effect. Where's Jamie? Jamie really close now on Richie, really close. Can almost touch him on the shoulder here. Oh, as Richie slides into that corner, still seems to make the apex. So that was a bit of controlled driving there from Richie. He's under pressure now. Tyres slipping away maybe. Dan is close on Matt, but not close enough. Why do they always get so close when it's two lots getting close? Dan and Matt going into the last corner again. Jamie attacking Richie as they come into the last corner once again. Dan staying in the slipstream of that Mercedes down the straight, but he's not close enough to put any kind of manners over on Matt down the straight. And Matt knows that. He knows he's got the straight line speed. He knows that. He knows his car. He knows what he's doing with it. Knows that he has to keep it all good through the bendy stuff, because if Dan gets a sniff of opportunity, he's going to have a go at it. So they come up to the top of the hill again. These two a sniff behind. Similar sort of battle. Oh, Jamie's so close this time. So close. Trying to keep an eye on the times as well. Dan within 3/10 of Matt. Jamie within a couple of tenths of Richie as they go again. We're on lap 14. Yes, PN, I love a Beetle and a classic camper and all that. Volkswagens are my thing, just in case anybody doesn't know that. Couple of transporters, 2 Golf GTIs, Seat Leon and whatever else crap they got in the yard. So we do love them. We do love the Volkswagens. Dan's still close. And Richie slow around the hairpin this time. Gives Jamie a sniff. Jamie's he's been pointing around the wrong way on this corner before. He doesn't want to do it again. He certainly doesn't want to do it when he's staring at a podium. Oh, Jamie up the inside. I think that was a little bit optimistic myself. Has a look, but really can't kind of make it stick. That's let Richie off the hook a little bit. As we go back to Dan and Matt, still within half a second of each other. I think this is going to end this way, you know. I don't see Dan making any opportunities. I don't see Matt making any mistakes. So it could finish this way. These two boys have kept it clean up till now. Hopefully we're not going to have any Gucci and Jimmy Choo handbags in the last lap. Otherwise we'll have to bang their heads together in the comms box. But I think Matt's got this one covered off at the moment. Just quickly jumping back down the order, Fury's having a look at Emplava. Could have that job done down the straight. Fury coming alive now. Now his followers are here. Lights are on. We'll see what's going on as he gets to the end of the straight. Goes to the outside. Going to try and put some manners on Emplava into turn 1, but he hasn't quite got the overlap. Emplava's on the racing line on the inside. Fury will have to wait. The Ferrari's better around the S's. We'll see how these two get on. But back to the front. Where are we? 3/10, like it's pretty much been lap after lap. Big boy Brazier, Jamie is coming back at Richie. Richie's been let off the hook a little bit, but Jamie is on his way back. As these two rise up the hill for the last time, Dan's opportunities are getting less and less. I hope he doesn't do a Dan dare dive into the corner. He has a look at it. They give each other space. Matt just slingshots around the outside. Dan had a look. It was all clean and fair, but couldn't make it stick. And they come up into the last corner for the last time, into the last section of corners. Matt's got that one covered off. He goes a little bit wide, but he's got the inside line for the next one. And I think this is the way it's going to be done. Dan's going to struggle to get it done in the last corner. It'd be brave if he does. And Dan's going to have to concede this one. And it's going to be Matahimovic for the race win. Dan and Orthodubs in second. Great battle from these two. We move to Richie. Richie's still under pressure from Jamie. Jamie's giving it the last go round the last corner, but I think he's going to have to concede that one as well. Epic drive from Jamie, but not quite enough to beat Richie to that third place. Richie's on the podium. That'll be Big Boy Brazier in fourth place. We look back, Overtaker had made quite inroads on those guys, but he comes across the line in fifth place. Sixth is going to go the way of Peaceful Explosion. Looks reasonably happy with that, the way he's flashing. And Fury did get Emplava at some point. Emplava's still close to him. Fury comes across the line in seventh. Emplava is going to have to do with eighth place. And this battle almost coming to a head as well. And it is. D Biggs gets Gets Little Leach right towards the end. Little Leach with a spin just over the line for 10th and 11th place. And Holty's just about going to miss out on catching Little Leach for 10th place. He comes over the line in 11th. JM Grill is going to be 12th. And Sutty in 12th place. So let's just have a look down through. Here's your classification. Matt Himovic in first place. Dan, Richie, Big Boy Brazier, Overtaker, Peaceful Explosion, Fury, Emplava, D-Biggs, Little Leach, Holty and JM Grill, and Sooty Apex and Smoky Devil retired on his roof. So we're going to take a break. If you want something to do in the break, pop over to Instagram. I've done this one, I know. No, go on Facebook. Go on Facebook and search out Audio Sport. Now, there's a group and a page. If you'd like to join the group and be part of the Audio Sport Massive that are in the group, go and ask me to join the group, and I will let you in. You can go and do that in the break if you would like, and nobody will, apart from probably Emplava. He tends to do it, and go and have a look at that. We're going to take a short break. We will be back with round 10, qualifying and the race. We will get the top 3, hopefully, in the comms box. We'll have a chat with them very shortly. Go get yourselves a drink, a toilet break, all the rest of it, and we will see you on the other side.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead. Fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead. Fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead. Fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all refreshed from your little comfort break. We are joined in the com box by the top three. Let's have a chat with them before we move on to anything else. So, in the com box, for the first time for the interview, congratulations and welcome along to the commentary box for Richie95. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Well, thank you very much. Well, I'm quite happy to finish third because, in fact, I was not very quick. But my car is safe, and I know more or less how to defend. That's what I did.
Yep.
So, but I don't think the second race I will be in the top three. I think I will finish 6 or 7, something like that.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing that. First things first, I don't know if you ever listened back to the streams at all, but me and Smithy keep trying to talk French and are very rubbish at it. Firstly, we haven't offended you, have we?
No problem.
Excellent, that's good to know.
No problem. Don't worry. You can try again.
We'll try again. Yeah. Shatem. Yeah. And so we've been chatting all season, saying how you're highly rated and so on and so forth. And Dan on Autodrome has raced you in the past. But you were just saying off air, LMP is more your thing. So are you just starting to get to grips with the GT3s a little bit?
No, I did some championships in GT3, but the level was lower. So for me it was easier, but let's say that I'm better driver with LMP1 and LMP2, but LMP1, voila.
Is your type of thing. Let me know what that group was that you were in that were a lot slower. I'd like to join that one. Congratulations for tonight and getting on the podium. Hopefully we'll see you there. We'll see you in there a little bit more often, and good luck in the next race.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Richie95. And we moved to second place, and that would be my lifelong friend, and Autodrome. Hiya, Dan.
Hello.
All right?
Yeah, I'm still shaking after that one, but yeah, I'm good.
I said off air that was the best bit of driving that I'd seen from you and Matt, i.e. you didn't crash into each other, which was fantastic. There was no handbags. You must have left them in the pit lane. Briefly, Dan, talk me through your race a bit. Good start, by the way.
Yeah, at the start of my life, I had a bit of a Bottas moment when I had to try and ask if I'd jump at the start or not.
Yep.
But either way, I've been practicing my race starts and managed to get the jump on Overtaker and Matt. I got the jump on Matt, and Overtaker just was able to hang out on turn 1. But either way, it was enough of a jump to kind of get myself involved. This track is very much a level playing field. I feel like the Audi is very good in Sector 1 and Sector 3, but Matt just seems to have the edge in the straight line. So it was a very even fight, and Matt just wasn't making any mistakes. So every time I kept trying to pressurize him into one, he never cracked. He just made one little mistake at the end at the hairpin where he just went a bit loose, and that was enough for me to try and go for it the next hairpin. But nonetheless, definitely one of our better fights. Doesn't remind me of GT5s or Ostroslaven at all. So it was a good one. And like I said, I came after that pumping and shaking. I'm still trying to stop myself from getting annoyed from letting him win.
Well, yes, that's the kind of racing we want to see from you two, and yeah, it was a great battle to watch, and yeah, I think you're right. You know, a bit of a level playing field. As I said, a fantastic start. Anybody would think that you and me have been working on race starts, but oh yeah, we have. Yeah, all good. You're the back of the field because you always are, because you're the man who sets the lobby up, and it works out that way. What can you do for 14th, Dan?
Honestly, I'm just this track is all about looking after the tyres, as I said yesterday in the commentary. I'm just going to take my time, work my way through the pack. If I have a lightning start, then we're just going to have to get our elbows out and get stuck in. But either way, we'll just see what we can do, see what happens. And Matt's with me at the back of the grid, so the game hates him equally as much as me. So let's go. Let's see what we can do.
Absolutely, you're quite right. The game doesn't hate you equally, absolutely. So, well, good luck in race 2, and we'll watch that with interest.
Yeah, cheers, and well deserved, Matt. You deserve that one.
Yes, and let's move on to Matt. Matahimovic, first place. How was that for you, Matt?
That's same as Dan, really. I can't stop shaking.
Excellent. You two know you're alive then, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah. After that race, I think we need to know we're alive. Otherwise, Dan would have had me at the end there. But no, it was a fantastic battle, fantastic race.
Yes, indeed. You, the Merc certainly got the legs in the straight line. Dan was catching up on you through the S's and stuff, but you had enough power to keep him honest. He had a little go into the in the last sector in the last lap. You gave him plenty of space, nice and even racing. Yeah, highlights for you in that race?
Highlights for me was kind of getting past Dan early on because he got a cracking start, and I know he's obviously you and him's been working on starts off here, and. I don't know if he made a mistake coming onto the back straight, but I knew the Merc would early on with a double slipstream from him and Overtaker would get past. So kind of getting past Dan was crucial. Highlights for me, sticking with Overtaker. We didn't give him any respite. We kept the pressure on, and he made that one mistake. He lost the rear, and it was kind of curtains from there. Apart from that, I'd have to take the last lap because I think me and Dan was pretty much matching each other. We was pretty, like you say, spaced out. Dan was quicker through the S's, I was quicker on the straights, and it was pretty lonely, pretty lonely. You know, I managed the gap to Dan quite well until that last lap. So I think the highlights for me was getting past Dan at the start, pressure and Overtaker, and defending from Dan at the end. Yeah,
you're quite right. You top 4 were all very evenly matched, with Richie just a sniff behind you in the early doors. Overtaker went round and hit Smokey on his roof, which was kind of random. But again, as Matt said, as Dan said, you're on the back row with Dan. What are you thinking from there?
Same as Dan, really. I think it's just going to be cautious at the start, see what happens. We know what reverse grid races can bring, whether it's pro or pro-am. So I think it's a case of, and this first sector is very horrible. You know, you get through turn 1, you've got a tricky, twisty, tight section. So I think it's about get through the opening part, see where we are on the back straight, and go from there. You know, and it'll be elbows out after the back straight. But Overtaker seems to start mid-pack. Me and Dan start at the back. In terms of the championship, the halfway mark coming up, we've got to make our way through the field. We kind of got to work together as a team of our own if we're to try and take more points off of Overtaker, because if he gets out front and pulls away before we're near him, wins that race.
Curtains. Yeah, absolutely.
It could be. So I think me and Dan kind of need to look at it and work together here to make sure that we can get through the pack cleanly, safely, and put the pressure on Overtaker. But look, there's some quick guys on this track, and we'll see what we can do.
Absolutely, and I look forward to that. You and Dan working together to go forward. That would be nice. Good luck for the next race, Matt.
Cheers, but it's just like to say that this one is Jamie's 100th race.
Yeah, I've got that. Don't worry.
Brilliant.
I'm driving. Don't worry.
keeping you on your toes, Kelly.
No, I don't need any keeping on my toes, my friend. I've got all the chat people keeping me on my toes. That's for certain sure.
It's nice to just be sweet and sticky in the box for a little bit as well.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to revisit that at some point soon. I'm not going to say anything more than that for a minute. But yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Well, yeah, well done, Matt, and good luck for the next race. Right, that was your interviews. I will just run through the tables now. With that, Overtaker is still in first place, but the deficit has come down a little bit. 41 points is now the deficit back to Dan with 153, and Matt's still in third place, but again has dragged some points back and is 54 off the lead with 140. And Richie moves up a little bit with a good, strong result. He moves up to further than he was before. P6 in that, so he's on the move, which is great. Good. So where are we on qualifying? Got a minute or so to go. Just before we get to that, Jamie Brazier's 100th race start for this one. 100 races under his belt. And you would think he'd have more, but he has taken a lot of time out to do other things and commentary and so on and so forth. So I am amazing. I beat him to his 100th. So, but yeah, he's been around since the very beginning, and but now gets to his 100th. So good luck for him in that. And guess how many people went and asked to join the Audio Sport group in the break? Right, none, nobody, nana, nothing. Thanks for that, guys. Really appreciate it. Sutty Apex there with the back end all hanging out. He's going to end up 6th if he doesn't pull his finger out and go a little bit quicker. Smokey's, oh look, going side by side here. What are these two up to? And Smokey's managed to repair his Ferrari after it being on its roof, and has got, these two are going to be on their last attempt at pole. So D Biggs at the moment, as you can see, just in front of Smokey. He is the fastest man on a 57.1 at the moment. Holty is second. Where's me track map? Track map, there it is. And N Plava, and as we had some weird graphics there about Smokey just joining, but I thought he was there. N Plava is coming round. Where's he on track? He's first sector as well. So JM Grill's done, Sutty's done, Smokey's still there. So who's going to be first across the line? That's D Biggs. Holty, I think this is his last crack. So he's only 2/1000ths off pole at the moment. Can he improve? Can he go faster? He can't. What a shame. So he's first man across the line. D Biggs with pole in his pocket at the moment. Just seeing where Little Leach is. Now D Biggs is further along, so it's going to be D Biggs is going to be the next man to come across the line. As I said, he's on pole by 2/1000th at the moment, but can he improve on that? We'll see as he comes into the last couple of corners. And slides that Audi round the last corner, and he goes across the line. Does he go quicker? Yes, he does. To a 10th or so, goes quicker. Who else have we got? M Plava. Smokey's done. He didn't improve on it. M Plava is coming up to the last corner. He needs half a second to put this on pole. Can he find it? But not been having the round he wanted tonight. I don't think he's been 100% comfortable with the car and the track tonight. But can he put it on pole? No, but takes it up to second. So your qualifying results look like this. D Biggs on pole with a 1:56.9, and Plava just misses out by a 10th in second place. Holty's in third with a 57.1. Little Leach in fourth. JM Grill, Sutty Apex, Smokey Daddle, Overtaker, Big Boy Brazier, Richie 95, Fury, Peaceful Explosion, and Matt and Dan at the back. So interesting. We have got D Biggs on pole. Emplava might be a good shout for a good result for Emplava here. Holty right up at the sharp end. again, could be a result here. Little Leach could do with some good points. He's in 4th. JM Grill in 5th. Smokey, Sutty Apex in 6th in the red Ferrari. Smokey in the white Ferrari. Overtaker starting 8th on the grid. Where can he go from here? Jamie Brazier, remember how good he was round here and how good he was in the first race. He's got pace. What can he do from 9th? 10th, Richie, Fury, Peaceful, Matt and Dan. So, that's your order. They're all just syncing up, sorting out their pit strategies and so on and so forth. I'm going to have a sip of my drink before we get started again. 15 laps around this Dubai circuit. Keep an eye out for Overtaker. Keep an eye out for Jamie Brazier. Keep an eye out for Fury. Matt and Dan from the back. Look out for them. I reckon Emplava's going to have a good race. Sorry if that's just jinx that for you, because the commentator's curse is real. As we wait to get synced up. Still 19 people watching and only 13 likes. Press the like button, like and subscribe and all that nonsense. We are synced up, so we're ready to go. Lights come on for some of them. Overtakers ready for action. 1 light, 2 lights. We get 3 lights. We're green and go, and it's an absolute fly from Little Leach from the second row. He's absolutely away, but D Biggs has got away smoothly and cleanly, and he's away. And look out for Emplava in there as well as they all come down into turn 1. Oh, look at all this lot coming down into there. Marker boards going all over the place, but it's D Biggs into 1. Holtzy still there in 3rd as we come back through the pack. All reasonably clean into turn 1, all very clean into turn 1 actually. So it's D Biggs who leads. He's got Little Leach all over the back of him like a cheap suit as they come up into the top of the hill for the first time. Oh, and who's that? Is that Overtake Dance through? No. Was it Overtaker? Yes, it was. He's sliding back down the order. We've got Smoky Devils round in the background as well. Matt back there as well with Overtaker. So he must have got caught up in whatever was going on. And yeah, a little bit of rubbing and shoving at the back there, but it's still D Biggs in 1. And Little Leach into 2nd. Holtzy's still in 3rd, but he's under pressure from Emplava. Sutty is the bit of the mobile chicane behind at the moment. He's dropped back just a little bit, and he's under pressure from all the rest of the pack. And who's that round? That was a Merc. Who was it? Oh, and there's absolute carnage back here. Who's involved in that? Everyone. Richie, Matt, JM Grill, Dan's gone backwards. Peaceful, Smokey, they're all involved in that one. So kind of all coming together in that one. So that's kind of ruined Dan's good progress, and ends up behind Matt again. He's going to love that. So Jamie in a good position at the moment, but he's still got Overtaker not too far behind him. D Big still leading this race, pulling a bit of a gap now at the end of lap 1 over Little Leach. Little Leach in 2nd, then the rest of the pack come in behind. So it's pretty much D Biggs in 1st, and then everyone else in 2nd really. At the moment, as you can see that Holtzy's under pressure from Emplava, but see the Merc pull away. As Emplava gets very close through those corners. Jamie Brazier just hanging on to the back of this pack. Emplava with a bit of work to do. Matt's gone. Dan's gone into the pits. Must have damage. Must have had damage and he couldn't live with, because he's going to have to pit again on that one, as does Peaceful, as Fury. They all went in the pit, so they're all going to have to pit again because they're out of the pit window. So the damage must have been too bad for them to recover. So that could be their race is all compromised now. Whew. So where are we? We got Jamie is all over the back of Sutty Apex. These two very much veterans of Simplay. And is Jamie going to have a look up the inside? He kind of thinking about it. He is. He has a look, but Sutty's on the inside of him, so he can make that work. Sutty bouncing across the curbs, not the smoothest of runs. I think Jamie's going to nail him up the hill now. I think he's got that job done. Emplava is still all over the back of Holtzy and looking very racy in this race. This overtaker's now got on the back of these, so we're all very close. From Holty back to overtaker, all very close. So you've got Holty, Emplava, Big Boy Brazier, Sutty, overtaker, all close. Richie's just a little way back. Matt as well, on the back of that as well. But D-Biggs getting away in front. Clean air, can pick his lines, pick where he wants to go. As the rest of them scrap behind him, and he's on a 58, 58 from the top runners, so 58.0 from Biggs, Little Leach at 58, Holty at 58, Emplava at 58, Big Boy Brazier 57. Overtaker's got in front of Sutty. Sutty's had a 2 minute on that lap, not what he would wanted. Dan, Peaceful and Fury towards the back, and with lots and lots of work to do. So he's close. Emplava close on the back of Holty. This is his view. Who's behind him? And let's go on board with overtake. No, let's go on board with Jamie, because he's close. Look at Emplava wiggle on the back end of that Ferrari. It's given Jamie a look up the inside. The Audi's more powerful than the Ferrari round here on the back straight, but it doesn't look like it, does it? Emplava's just keeping him in check as he gaps in quite nicely. Jamie having a look. No, thinks better of that. A little bit too far black. Emplava's going to miss the apex by a country mile. Jamie comes up behind him, but not enough to make a difference. They could start on up the hill. Emplava is wide. He's struggling with that Ferrari. Looks like he's really starting to struggle there. He's having a look. Oh, Jamie gets so close you can almost touch that Ferrari as they race up the hill again. Holty just in front of these guys. He's under pressure as well. Overtaker is right behind. Overtaker is right behind, and he's closing up on the back of these. Sutty Apex starting to drop back a little bit as you see all these guys in such close company. Overtaker having a bit of a wiggle as we jump on board with him. Just wanted to try and get this view from back a bit. Holty's round. Holty holds on to it, but it's lost in place. It's lost in one place, lost in two. Overtaker's getting in the slip. Getting in the slip and going to have a go at this one down into turn one. He's got the run, he's got the momentum, he's going to try and make it stick into turn one. Will he make it happen? He's on the inside line. Holty concedes that place a little bit. He was running out on the edge and struggling. So that's Overtaker with another one done. Now he's got to get on the back of Emplava, who's all over the back of Jamie. Did they swap places? They have, haven't they? Jamie Brazier up into third place now, and Overtaker. Who was that? That was Little Leach with a bit of a moment. He runs wide. He takes the marker board out, but he's still on track and still holds his position. So this is the biggest scrap on track at the moment. Peaceful and Dan in again for their regular pit stops. Matt in 12th, Fury in 11th, having a shocker of a race, these boys now. And gives us an opportunity to talk about other people though, doesn't it? Maybe not. Overtaker, always talk about him. Oh, and then goes deep. Goes very deep into that. He's been struggling with that hairpin all night, and he goes deep. Overtaker makes it another one. Jamie Brazier is now looking at that, and Jamie's got a good chance at winning this one, you know. He's got a real good chance at winning this. Dan in the pits again, and he's still in the pits. Must be a long stop for Dan in the pits. He's now started to get out of it. So, I mean, Dan's race ruined. Dan, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, man. Absolutely. So Jamie coming up on the back of Little Leach. Audi versus Audi. Overtaker has dropped back down behind Emplava, so I don't know what happened there. Holty's beginning to struggle a little bit as Richie and Sutty Apex have caught the back of that. Richie dives into the pits, going to take his pit stop. He's within the window, lap 4 to lap 9, so that's Richie in. We ain't got time to look at pit stops. Sutty Apex. Sorry, lap 3 to lap 9 was the pit window, as I've just been told. Sutty having a look at Holty now, down into turn 1. Hasn't got the power in that Ferrari. Don't think he can get close enough. Overtaker still having a go. He's having a proper go at Emplava now as he tries to go up the inside round these couple of corners. Gets the job done. Let's see if he can hold it there. as Ed Plava is going to try and got to keep him in check and try and stay with him. Who else is close? This is battling up now. That Jamie having a look down the inside of Little Leach as they come onto the back straight. It's going to be a battle of power, this one. Sore throat again. Hang on. Jamie looking down the inside. Is he going to throw one down the inside? He's looking close enough. He is, you know. Gets it done, but can he get it to the next apex? That's the problem with this track. It's right, left, and all that. So Little Leach, doesn't quite get the drive off that corner. Now Jamie's got the inside line for this one. Gets it to the apex. Second place is there. Now he start looking at setting his sights on D Biggs. If Little Leach doesn't give it maximum up the inside into the last couple of corners. Oh, and he certainly does. Little Leach going very deep, very late on the brakes. Manages to pull it back in a little bit and recover a little bit of it, but that was close. So Emplava still within a second of Overtaker, but Overtaker's now got his sights set on Little Leach. Jamie needs to keep going and crack on, otherwise Overtaker's going to be right on this one as well. As we go on board with Overtaker, as we go across the line once again. Holty's into the pits. So these are the closest battle. You've got Little Leach in front of us here. Overtaker hits the brakes hard down into the right-hander, starts to raise up the hill now, left and right through here. Fast right-hander, a little bit of a confidence lift through the middle there as we see Little Leach just not really bothering the apexes there at all. Top the apex here, hit the brakes, down a couple of gears as we come to right up to the top. Weird little late apex corner here, picks up the apex nicely, gets a proper run on Little Leach there. As they move into the next corner, Overtaker's got the inside line. He's moved that car to the inside. He's got the run off the corner, so he's going to be job done. Job done for Overtaker. Jamie's got to be Overtaker's onto the podium, so Jamie's got to be looking in his mirrors and looking forward. Try and hunt down D Biggs, but Overtaker is coming as well. So look out. So it's going to be Overtaker. Bit messy through there. It almost loses the back end as he comes up through. That Lamborghini is ugly, isn't it? Isn't that an ugly car? I do not like that one bit. If I was presented with one, I'd say no thank you, I don't want it. The only saving grace, of course, it's a Volkswagen. Anyway, starting to digress a little bit. Little Leach is in third. So the top four looking like this. D Biggs is still in first, where he's been all race. He's got 1.4 from Jamie now, so he's holding his own up in front is D Biggs. He knows how to win races. He's done them before. And as I said, Jamie's in second place. Jamie's in the pits. Jamie's taking his pit. Get it slowed down. Oh, did he get that slowed down in time? I don't see any penalties. No, he did. He got that slowed. Didn't look like it, did it? It looked like he was right on it. Emplava. Oh, who's out in the background? I think that's Sutty Apex. Just hit the pit wall as he came in. We've got Jamie's in, Emplava's in, Sutty's in. All trying to get this going. And where are we? Jamie is away and rolling his way to the pit exit. I think he's going to be pretty comfortable from most. Yes, indeed. And comes out just in front of Matt. Matt hasn't stopped yet, has he? Matt stopped, has he? Oh, well, Matt stopped. Did he stop within the window? Yep, okay. So, Matt is ended up just behind Jamie. So this could pan out quite nicely for Matt. Matt's obviously flying. What was Matt's last lap? A 57.1. So yeah, he's moving quite quickly. He's matching Overtaker. Overtaker is now within 8/10 of a second on the back of D Biggs. So he's caught up massively to D Biggs. And this could look like it's going Overtaker's way again on this one. Had a rubbishy kind of first race for Overtaker standards, but coming back at it in this one. And yeah, he's close again. Do either of these two opt to go in the pits this time round? Yes, D Biggs is in the pits for his pit stop. So Overtaker leads this race on lap 7, still to pit though. So the highest that pitted is Jamie Brazier at the moment. He's got Matt for close company, who's also pitted. Emplava still there in the mix. As the likes of Fury having an absolute shocker here this evening, and goes from bad to worse. He didn't even see that apex as he went past, and Dan lapping in the 56s, mind, but still in 13th place, so he's going to struggle with some good points from there, but we'll see how he progresses. Richie excuse me, still in the mix, just behind Emplava. Little Leach in the pits, coming out of the pits. D Biggs coming out of the pits. So where's D Biggs going to come out? Jamie and Matt going side by side as they go into turn 1, but they've both jumped D Biggs, and Matt on the inside of Jamie, Jamie on the inside of Matt as they go up the hill and through the S's. They're side by side all the way up through. We'll see who's... Oh, they get close then, and Jamie has to concede that place. No, he doesn't. He's coming back at him. Matt's tucks to the inside. He's going to try and go down the inside as they go round here. That's okay, says Jamie. I'll go right round the outside. No bother to me. And in all this, D Biggs is coming back on the back of these two. So, lovely little side-by-side battle as they come up through. Jamie comes off better out of that one, but Matt with the power now as they go down the back straight. Will Matt try and put some moves on Jamie? Yes, he does. Look at the Merc power. Has that thing got a different gear or what? So as they get to the braking zone, Matt's got it there and got it all slowed down. Jamie goes to the outside. He's going to try and sneak back as they come around this corner. Oh, steady, Jamie. We know what's happened here. But look at that. That's he's slipperier than a rat up a drain pipe, Jamie, isn't he? Look, up the inside. How did he make that one work? That was a nice bit of driving from Big Boy Brazier there, but Matt's still not done. D Big's still watching on this one, waiting for these pair of people to take each other out. Overtaker's in the pits. We'll see where he comes out and if he's jumped all of them by again, nice move there. Matt had the run and he gets it again. Matt's has to tuck in this time, but he's going to have another go at him down the main straight. D Big's a little bit on the wide side there. Overtaker still in the pits, where he's coming out of the pits now. I think he's going to jump the pair at all three of them, you know. I think that's what's going to happen. Their hearts are going to sink in a minute. Yes, indeed, he's going to jump them all up. Overtaker's done it again. Matt down the inside of Jamie. D Biggs still in this mix as well. So after all the pit stops are said and done, it's Overtaker who's leading this race. Matt is in 2. Jamie Brazier in 3. That's your podium positions at the moment. But D Biggs isn't out of this one yet. Don't count him out because he's still in very close company with this lot. And one mistake from these two and D Biggs is going to be back on that podium because these two still going at it. I tell you who'd like to be in this. Dan. Where is he? Oh, 13th. And in the pits again. He's had a 2:08 last lap as well. So Daniel with more damage, is he? Oh no, sorry, that's Richie. Yeah, sorry, it clicked over as I was looking. Yeah, it's alright, it's my age. So I beg your pardon, that's Richie not having the great race that he had race 1. He said he wasn't expecting much, and he's currently 14th and last at the moment. So who else have we got? D Biggs and is still on the back of Jamie Brazier, but we've also got Emplava here who's all over the back of Little Leach and trying to look for a way through. D Biggs still close to the back of Jamie Brazier and to Matt. Let's go on board. Here we go. So we're on board with Big Boy Brazier, Jamie. He's looking at the back of Matimovic. Matt, who's looking at the back of Overtaker. Overtaker still 1.7 ahead. Overtaker's not pulling away on this track. He hasn't got that ultimate pace that we've seen earlier in the year. Maybe the car doesn't suit this track. Maybe the Overtaker doesn't suit this track so much. I mean, he's still leading, to be fair. but he isn't pulling away like he has done in previous races. Jamie just starting to fall back a little bit. We're 10 laps in. 10 laps in, and is the Audi starting to go through that phase? I'm going to ask if Jamie ends up on the podium. I'll ask him if the Audi is going to going through that phase as we get towards the last third of this race. D Biggs, we jump back to D Biggs, starting to get gapped just a little bit now from Jamie. Who else is close? Little Leach is now behind Emplava. I don't know what happened there. And Dan's still down here, 38 seconds off the lead and having a shocker. There we go, that was it. I saw somebody close. Fury having a look up the inside of Smokey. Fury not having the type of night that he would want. He's not really having the kind of season that he would want, really. It's got off to a really slow start for him and hasn't been as good as he is. So we'll see if the second half of the season is any better for him. But he's got Smokey Devil done, and he's 4 seconds away from JM Grill, so bit of work to do. Smokey up the inside, that's... Ooh, didn't think he was going to get that slowed down there. Thought he was going to come right into the side of Fury, but he got it slowed down and got it done. Little Leach still close on the back of Emplava. These guys battling for 5th and 6th place, and my bum's gone to sleep. Sat on the floor. More information the public really needed, wasn't it? But never mind, they got it anyway. Just 26 people watching. Oh, one left, just as I said that. Probably a comment about me bum being sore. 24. Oh, they're dropping like flies now. I'll shut up. Little Leach having another look down the inside of Emplava. This is pretty much the closest battle on track at the moment. These two going at it as they go up through the S's. As I said, pretty much the closest battle on track at the moment. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at that. I do love this camera angle. You're on board with Little Leach at the moment. That's Emplava in front of us in the Ferrari. That was a line, Ed. That was a beauty. As we're on the back straight. And Emplava just starting to gap Little Leach a little bit along here. Emplava struggling in that hairpin again, although Little Leach wasn't exactly on the apex either, to be fair. I'm quite surprised with so many of these pro guys missing the apexes, especially there. Mind you, as soon as if the marker boards are gone, that's usually when they struggle. Dan actually getting up to overtaking somebody. He's getting close getting close to Smokey. Jamie's coming back at Matt a little bit. Not enough to make much difference, to be fair. But he is coming back at him a touch. So 3 laps to go. Overtaker is leading by 1.7 seconds from Matahimovic in second place, who's just a sniff in front of Jamie Brazier. 4th place, D Biggs, not too far away off the lead 3, but slipping away a little bit now. Emplava with a solid 5th and pulling away from Little Leach a little bit now. Holty in 7th. Sutty Apex is in 8th. JM Grill at the moment has got close company of Fury, so this is a battle we've got going here. Fury with his lights on, that means business if he's got his lights on. Either that or he's finding it dark. Fury having a look, equally powered down into the first turn, both in the Mercedes V8. AMG Chappie. Is it the AMG mark? Yeah, it is the AMG mark, isn't it? We saw one at Goodwood Festival of Speed this year, and I wanted to go and kick its lights in. Not a big fan of this car, and seen it come up behind me too many times and overtake, so yeah, the less I can see of it, the better. But Fury having a run now, having a look on JM Grill, the second of the speedy. Oh, Fury! Oh, we kept it out of the wall. Had a bit of a wiggle there, and it just kind of went exit right, didn't it? It was a strange one, to be fair. And old sparring partner's coming up behind you now, Fury. Unorthodox is coming up behind you. These two teammates originally, good friends, and had some cracking battles, these two as well. And Dan's now coming up behind Fury. I think Fury's struggling tonight. I really do. I don't think the car's where he wants it to be, or he's not familiar with the track. Yeah, you know, I don't know, but Fury's not looking. He's looking out of sorts tonight. So we'll see what. See if it gets any better. Look, he's yeah. I think he is. You know, it's not our normal Fury, to be fair. Yes, PN, you're quite right. It does really mean business when you've got the wipers on as well. That really means business, especially in Dubai. They probably don't even know what wipers are in Dubai, do they? So you're on board with Dan, looking at the back of Fury. These guys are only fighting for 12th, 11th and 12th place. I say only 11th and 12th place. It's still points, and all points count. You could win or lose a championship with 1 point. You could win or lose a championship with less than that. So all the points count. Fury with a lot of curb there, bouncing across the curb. Dan pulls right up to the back of that Mercedes as they come up to the top of the S's. They're catching back up with JM Grill as well. He's been given let off a little bit. Dan with the back end a little bit squirrely there. Fury was the same, but Dan came off kind of better out of it. Fury came off better out of it. So lost a little bit of pace. Fury wiggling on the entry into this corner. Has to square it all up and get back on it. These are the closest battles on track at the moment. We're on lap 13, 2.5 seconds. Overtaker is in front of Matt. And it's all pretty comfortable and spaced out and fluffy at the front. This is where the battle is. Fury's catching the back of JM Grill. Dan's catching the back of the pair of them. And as I said, all points count. All the positions that you can make within a race, even if it is 12th, 11th, whatever, it all counts. Fury going very deep. JM Grill's in the wall. He's crashed. He's out of it. That's him out of the equation as he drops down the order now. A front ender right into that wall. And so Dan with it all to do. But that's one less place that he has to worry about, so that's extra points. As they come into the last corner once again, Fury again wide of that apex. He seems to be struggling to be picking up the apexes. I don't know. Again, as I said, if the car's not to his liking, he has a very loose car and a very loose style of driving. But it just doesn't seem to be complying with what he wants to do. Seems to be missing all the apexes, and the car just so unstable underneath him. Oh, and that's going to be the one. Oh, Dan backs out of that because he thought he was going to collect Fury. Fury with a lovely slide. It must be Tokyo Drift night tonight, because that was a beautiful bit of slide. And again, back end all over the place for Fury. This is it's not quick, but it's really entertaining to watch. Fury again just holding on that back end. Dan's now got a run on him, and but Dan has to go all the way around the outside of Fury. Covers him off, so it's back to where it was. Dan's got a lovely run now. He's gonna try and stay in his slip. The Merc Power. Dan goes to the outside. He knows that Fury's been missing this apex by a country mile, so he's probably trying to pick it up. Fury makes a much better job of that this time round. As we're on to lap 15, where's Overtaker? He is just on lap 15, so he's on the last lap, dropping back by a couple of seconds. Little Leach just staying in touch of Emplava. They're still close as they go across the line and into the last. Little Leach a little bit quicker on his delta, so he's going to give Fury some pressure in this last lap. He's having a go down the inside of turn 1. Emplava's still in front. Oh, and then drops it. Oh, what a shame. Emplava goes round in the last corner. That's gifted, that one, to Little Leach. We don't need to have a look at that one anymore. Back on with Dan and Fury. They're going for it. They're about to start their last lap. That's how far back those two are, but fighting for 9th and 10th place. And I doubt Dan's going to get the job done into 1. Where is Overtaker on track? Cardinal Sin, if you missed the winner going over the line, but we've got half a lap to go, and as we go up through, oh, Fury all over the shop, look, all over the place. This is great racing from these two. When they get together, these two have titanic battles. They really do. It's epic stuff from these guys as they go for it again. Dan jinking one way, jinking the other, trying to look for that opportunity. Overtaker, where is he now? Just coming up through the last couple of corners. So we'll have to pause the Dan and Fury battle, and hopefully we'll pick up the last of the action as we see the top 3 or 4 come across the line. So it's going to be Overtaker for yet another win and extend his grip on this trophy. I'm sure he's got one hand on it. It's going to be a race win from Overtaker. He's happy about that. Matt will come in second. Good result from Matt from where he started. Jamie Brazier in third on the podium. Good drive from him. D Biggs from the pole. Could have hoped for more. Fury and Dan. Dan has got in front of Fury. I don't know how he's done it, but he's done it nevertheless. But Fury's not done with this one, and he's certainly not, and Dan's got the inside line for this one. Fury's trying to go all the way around the outside. Dan's going to pick up the apex, the Merc Power. Fury's now on the inside, and they go side by side as they're going to go round into the last corner, side by side, these two. Dan's on the wider line, and Fury's got the edge on him, but has Dan got the drive off the corner? I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, they're very, very close, and wow, the timing screen calls that one as Dan. But that was incredibly close. Incredibly close. So, your winner is Overtaker. Second place is Matt. D Biggs came in, Big Boy Brazier came in third, D Biggs fourth, Little Leach fifth, Emplava sixth, Holty in seventh, Sutty Apex eighth, ninth for Dan, just about. Fury in 10th. Richie ended up 11th, Smokey in 12th, Peaceful Explosion 13th, and JM Grill brings up the rear after smashing up that car. Okay, well that's things done and dusted for this one. Hopefully we'll get the top 3 in the comms box for a quick rundown, and there we go. There we go. There are your classifications in front of you. And as I said, we're just waiting for the top 3 to get in, and we'll have a chat with them. Next week, unlike what Matt was saying all last night about it being Sakito next week, it's not. It's Watkins Glen next week. Yeah, Hayley's nodding her head, saying that I'm correct. Like there was any doubt. So Watkins Glen next week. Pro-Ams on Wednesday. Join Dan and Matt for that one at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I think that will be.
Yes.
Yeah, Greenwich Mean. I know the difference. One you're necking. Are we getting Jamie in? Have we got his Jamie in?
Jamie should be in. I'll double check.
Okay, thank you. So we're just waiting for Jamie to get in, and then we'll have a chat with these boys about tonight's proceeding. I'm going to have a little drink because that was an awful lot of talking. Yeah, so Watkins Glen next week. Join Matt and Dan and see how the Pro-Am boys get on next Wednesday evening. I think that would just take us just over is round 11 halfway mark. I think it might be halfway through the championship. See how they get on next week. These guys, I'll be back. Hopefully Smithy will be back after his caravan trip to Loch Ness. Hopefully he'll be back and with me, so I don't have to continually talk all night long. Are we getting Jamie It's not looking promising. Should we do it the other way around for a change? Because, you know, time's going on. Yam, Overtaker, welcome back to the podium. Tell me a bit about your race.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a long time.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while, yeah. Race 1, it was disaster. I lost the back end, and when I was catching the car, I managed to hit, I think, Smokey Devil on his roof.
Yep.
And then I got massive damage, and my race was practically over.
Yep.
But race 2, it was pretty hectic at the start. Sassi just had a wiggle in front of me, so I lost a lot of time trying to avoid him. Then into the hairpin, I think there was a lot of cars in front of me that crashed, so I managed to get in front of all of them, so that was quite alright.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you said you had a bad race 1, but you managed to get some good points out of that one, and a race win in this one. We move to Watkins Glen next week. How are you feeling about that one?
Yeah, Watkins Glen, I'm gonna need some testing for Watkins Glen. I don't drive there.
You don't drive
so,
there, right? Yeah.
No, I don't know the track really, so I'll have to do some testing.
Do some testing, indeed. Hopefully that gives the rest of the boys a bit of a sniff. Well, congratulations for tonight, and good luck for next week.
Yeah, thanks, and congratulations to Matt. Well done, nice race, mate.
Yeah, well done, buddy.
Have a battle, race 1.
Yeah, indeed.
So in second place, because we're going the other way round for a change, Matt, been a good night for you tonight, is it not?
Yeah, very good night, Kelly, on the track. I didn't feel too confident in terms of the tyres, but great night.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were a little bit anonymous to us in the first half of the race. Did you take a bit of an earlier pit stop? Because all of a sudden you kind of popped up towards the middle of the race. It's like, hello, here's Matt, look, you know. So so good strategy there tonight, yes?
Well, not the strategy I wanted to play out, but I got a bit of damage. I was up the inside of Smokey, and then he turned in and spun around in front of me as I had I'd like to say a bit of the car up the inside, and then, you know, what the carnage overtaker was on about at the hairpin, you know, I got a bit more damage there. So it was a case of rethink my strategy, pitted the minute the window opened. Obviously I knew that Dan, Mike and Fury had the drive-through, so they wasn't kind of in my worry. And then, I saw the gap to the leader, I think at the time was big, saw it come towards 30 seconds, and I thought, you know what, if everybody's 30 seconds behind, there's a chance that I could jump everybody or be on the back of the others. Obviously I came out on the back of Jamie, wasn't close enough to the back of Overtaker, but no, the strategy worked out. Good battle between you and Jamie this evening as well. Mega. Mega, you know, and I've had many races with Jamie, and I've always come away from it criticising his lag, but I can't tonight because that was absolutely fantastic from Jamie. I was waiting for the lag to spin me round or to go into the side of me at one stage, but he put the car, he knew exactly where to put the car, and, you know, 100 races, he's a veteran of Simplay, and you know, he knew where to put the car, knew what to do. I just knew, again, from race 1 with Dan, that I had that Audi on the back straight. Absolutely. I thought you said at first he had trouble with his leg, but of course his lag was what you were talking about. No, I was obviously on about his leg. Obviously trouble with Jamie's leg. He wants to take it out of your car and put it in his own, really, doesn't he? Yeah, absolutely. A few more legs and a few more horsepower in the back of my car might have helped me catch Overtaker. But, maybe so. So you've dragged the points difference down a little bit between you and Dan as we move to Watkins Glen next week, not Sakito. What are your thoughts on that? Well, I've just done 4 hours at Watkins Glen last Saturday in an endurance race on ACC with the Simplay Racing boys, in which it was absolute carnage at the first few corners. So I'd like to avoid that. I'd like to get through that with no damage this time. I like Watkins Glen. I got a podium last time I was there in the Acora. That was an early morning race. It's obviously normal midday times. We'll see what the Mercedes does, though, because like I say, last time I was in the Acora, see what the Merc can do. I feel all right. I feel confident. I feel good. I feel like we're in a good place. Absolutely. Well, good night tonight. Definitely pointsy. And congratulations. Thank you very much. Well done to Overtaker and Jamie on his 100th race as well. Absolutely. And we move on to Mr. 100. Big boy Brazier. Jamie, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Kelly. How are you?
I'm good. First things first, Ginsters aren't a proper pasty. Let's just get that out of the way. And yeah, a good night for you tonight. Just missed out on the podium in race 1, but a strong race in race 2. You seem to have the pace, and you seem to be very well sorted round this track. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, same. I'm actually a bit disappointed with the results I got, because with how close I was to Matt and Dan in race 1, then I made a mistake, and say having a battle with Matt, I was ahead of overtaken before the pits. I thought a race win was on, so I'm kind of a bit disappointed just to come away with a fourth and a third. But yeah, it's just that the second race is just kind of a battle with Matt, kind of a battle with Sutty as well for a little bit, and as soon as Matt had got in front, I just couldn't keep up with him. It was just try and bring the car home in third. Race 1, I was just trying to catch Richie, had to go probably a bit too far back, and then had it all to do again.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, I feel your pain. You know, when you feel that you're kind of at one with the track. Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate. As you say, you had a great battle with Matt, some good clean driving. That's the kind of wheel-to-wheel stuff we like to see, isn't it? And you like to be in those kind of battles?
Yeah, I do, because so there's no contact, there's nothing. You're just racing really hard.
Yeah.
Against one of your mate, and there's no better feeling. I mean, probably a better feeling is when you come out on top of that battle.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I'll just have to make sure I win the next battle.
Absolutely. And talking about the next battle, we move to Watkins Glen. How are you feeling about that?
I'm not here for Watkins Glen.
Oh, you're not? Where are you going?
It's my mum's birthday, so I'm going out for a meal with her.
Sure, Mum would be all right with that, wouldn't she? Probably not.
Not on her 50th birthday.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we have heard your mum in the background sometimes of your things, and I do. Mate, I'd turn up as well. I'd go even if I didn't know her. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Simplay legend.
I wouldn't want her screaming and shouting at me. And if Jamie's mum's listening, happy birthday. I think I need to gloss something over because I feel like I'm digging a hole. Congratulations tonight, Jamie. Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. That was your top 3. That's us done for Dubai. Was it an enjoyable round? Yes, of course it was. We always like going to Dubai. And some great results this evening, some great racing. We move on. Next week is Watkins Glen, as I said, rounds 11 and 12. I believe that's halfway through the season. Yeah, I would go through the tables, but I'm not going to bother now. Sorry?
Do you want me to do it?
No, it's my show. Get back. Right. Just because he's going on now, very quickly, Overtaker P1, 220 points. Dan still in second with 153. 67.
Yours haven't updated.
Oh, God, have they really not up? Why did I bother?
If Dan's 153, they've definitely not updated.
Oh, wow, there we go. Should we not bother? We'll you'll see. I'll tell you what.
Post the tables. Save it for the post.
Yeah, post the tables. If you keep an eye on Facebook and Instagram and all that, they'll pop up on the throughout the week. If you're not involved in those, well, get on them. Get on them. Get on the Facebook page, on the Instagram, like and subscribe and all that nonsense. That is about all we got time for this evening. Driver of the day, well, no idea. I haven't had a chat to anybody about it because I've been here on my own and I haven't put it out to anybody. I think, I don't know, between Matt and Jamie for me, to be honest. You guys both drove really great races, so fight amongst yourselves, who has it. Next week, as I said... Right, okay, you do it quietly. Next week, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, Greenwich mean time. Join Matt and Dan for Pro-Am at Watkins Glen. This time next week, hopefully Smithy will be back from his caravan trip to Bognor Regis. And we're back at 8 o'clock next week. From me, from all the team at Simplay, have yourselves a cracking weekend. We'll see you soon. Take care. Good night.
Between us, yeah, I'm gonna be there for you.